Most people aren't lost. They're avoiding themselves. They call it being lost because that sounds less threatening. Lost sounds temporary. Avoidance sounds intentional. And intentional is harder to live with. You already know what's wrong with your life. Not in a dramatic way, not in a movie moment way, in a quiet way. The kind you feel when you're alone. The kind you push down. There's a truth about yourself you've been circling for a long time. You don't need to go searching for it. You know exactly what it is. Let me ask you something. What truth about yourself have you been refusing to say out loud? Most people don't feel confused. They feel disconnected. And they call it confusion because that sounds more innocent. Disconnected implies responsibility. Confused implies accident. There's a difference. Because being confused suggests, I don't know who I am. But what most people are actually experiencing is, I know who I am, and I don't want to deal with it. That's heavier. So we say, I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm in a weird phase. I don't know what I want. But underneath those sentences is a quieter one. I don't like who I've become. Let me say this cleanly. You don't avoid your truth because you don't know it. You avoid it because you know exactly what it would require. It would require change. It would require disappointing people. It would require disappointing the version of you've been pretending to be. So you stay busy, working, scrolling, consuming, planning, overthinking, anything that keeps you from sitting alone with yourself. Because silence is dangerous. Silence brings questions. Questions bring clarity. Clarity brings responsibility. Most people would rather feel numb than responsible. Here's something people don't like to admit. You can sense when you're out of alignment. You feel it in your body. You feel it in your energy. You feel it in how small your life feels. But instead of listening, you negotiate. It's not that bad. Other people have it worse. I should be grateful. I'll deal with it later. Those aren't truths. They're anesthetic. Your identity slowly becomes built around tolerating things. You become the reliable one, the responsible one, the one who pushes through. But pushing through something that's slowly killing you isn't strength. It's slow self-abandonment. Let me ask you this. If nobody judged you, if nobody was disappointed, if nobody had expectations, what would you stop doing? That answer is honest, even if you don't like it. Another uncomfortable truth. Most people don't actually fear failure. They fear being seen trying. They fear being seen choosing differently. They fear being responsible for what happens next. So they wait for clarity, for confidence, for the perfect moment. But those don't come first. Choice always comes first. You don't stay stuck because you don't know what to do. You stay stuck because not choosing protects you from accountability. If you never choose, you never fail. If you never try, you never get rejected. If you never change, you never find out whether you were wrong about yourself. So you hover between who you are and who you could be, not moving, not committing, just existing. And you call that being patient. It isn't. It's fear with better branding. You don't need to become someone new. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need one thing: honesty. Not public honesty, private honesty. Because the moment you tell the truth, even quietly, your life starts rearranging itself. Not magically, not easily, but honestly. So maybe the real question isn't, who am I? Maybe it's, how long am I going to keep pretending I don't know and calling that a life?